Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, judges, and good afternoon, everyone. I disagree 100% with the motion that has given to us. That is, THBT governments should provide significant financial incentives for urban citizens to move to rural areas. Before I get started, I'm going to explain what is financial incentives. Financial incentives is where government or even a company gives a benefit that is paid by the company or the government to motivate an employee to do a specific behavior or activity. And for this activity, which is to move from the urban to the rural areas. In my opinion, which is if we move the citizens from the urban areas into the rural areas, it would take a lot of risk, because from what the video said, she said that we should move the citizens first and then we can take care of the structures. Because from the last challenge and trying to grow the rural areas, they have tried to build the structure first but then failed. And then they are going to try to move the citizens first. But I believe that if we move the citizens first, what are they going to do with the money they are going to do? If they are going to use the money to build some companies, small business, or even some food vendors, they are going to use their money that has given by the government to make the buildings or structures, when that is supposed to be the government's doing. The government should have provided the rural areas some buildings or structures that has already been built for them to grow that building into a company or a business. And with that, in the video, it didn't say if the money was given one time only or is it going to be continuously. If it's going to be a one time only, we don't know what the person is doing with the money that has given. We don't know if the person that has chosen to move to the rural areas is the person that has or wanting to make a business or a company or even a food vendor there. Are they going to live life the best out there, or are they just going to spend that money on bad things? And with that, if the money is going to be continuously, they are going to be addicted by that money. If the money is always to be given by month, they're going to keep asking for the money. And they are just going to rely on the government for the money. They are not going to live or going to make anything on the rural areas. They are not going to make any achievements or challenges there. If the money is only going to be given one time, that money is not going to last a lifetime. If they are the person that has no motivation on making something on the rural areas, they're just going to keep spending that money on themselves, and for a long time it's just going to be gone. That money is just going to be vanished just by their doing. And with that, they're just not going to make anything benefits to the country or even the governments. And for my third point is, if they are choosing a family from the urban areas to the rural areas, are they going to choose them and see on what is the condition of the family? If the family has a teenager or someone who is going to graduate to a university and they already moved to a rural area, are they going to see if before we start, is the rural areas has any structure yet? because in the video said that we should move the citizens first and then we should move the structure or even make the structures. With that, I don't think I agree with it, because if they move some type of family in which they have children that are wanting to go to kindergarten, junior high school, senior, or even universities, they are going to need to go to the urban areas because there will be no structures on the rural areas. They are going to go to the urban areas, they are going to find a good university there, a good company there, because in the rural area there are no structures yet. And if they are going to make a living in the urban, they're going to stay there and then make a family, and then the governments are going to pick out another citizens to move to the rural area, and that is just going to be looping and going to be over and over and over, and it's not going to work and it's not going to grow, and it's just going to be stuck in place because we are just going to move the citizens into the rural area, and when they want to go to a good place and a good university or even a good company, they are going to need to go outside of the rural area and go to the urbans. And with that, it's just going to be to go back to the rural area and then go to the urban, and they are just going to not grow. It's just going to be stuck in place right there. And what is the point of moving the citizens into the rural areas when we want to move them to the rural area first and then make the structures? And if there is no structures, we can't be doing anything there. What is going to be the use on the citizens going to the rural structures? And if we are going to prioritize the citizens going to the rural structures, the rural areas, the structure is not going to be there, and how are they going to go there when there is no place to go to? If those structures are not even there and they're just going to have a home there with nothing there. And with that, I believe 100% I disagree with the motion that has given to us. Thank you.